Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? It's your guy Todd Mickens here with you to spend a little bit of time this morning. Welcome to the Todd Mickens Let's Talk About It podcast, where we're going to discuss and talk about any and everything that's on my mind, even on your mind. Now, let me do this first of all. To the Dr. Theresa Brightman, all the way from Newark, New Jersey. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Thank you, Ed, my brother, all the way from down in Atlanta, Michael J. Span. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you down there for always being supportive and always just being you. You and Jethro. Lee Rose, what's going on? Tuning in all the way from Hopkins, South Carolina. Listen, I'm gonna play a video that I know is gonna get y'all feet tapping this morning. This video is none other than My Father. It's my favorite, one of my favorite songs, one of my favorite gospel songs by my daddy, Reverend Mickens. Y'all call him Reverend Mickens, I call him Pops, or I call him Hey Cuz. Anytime y'all see my daddy, just say hey cuz. He ain't gonna do nothing but laugh. Okay, so listen, I want y'all to sit back and enjoy this. I'm gonna be back in 5 minutes, and then we gonna jump right into the program. I got some flyers I want to promote. I got a community event I want to promote, and I just want to talk some junk to y'all there. I want to talk. I don't know. Listen. We can talk about any. If you got something you want. And I want to give y'all an update. Remember, I said that I wanted to raise money for a stage. I wanted to raise money for a stage. That's what I said. I said I wanted to raise money for a stage, and I got to give y'all an update on the stage progress and where we are at with the stage. Okay, I want to give y'all an update on that, on what we've already done, the process of stage. Those who have donated towards the stage, they did not want their names broadcasted. They're doing it out of love, but I want to thank them personally, and I want to give y'all an update and give you an opportunity to donate towards the stage so we can have this awesome upcoming event. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me go ahead on and play, because this is the event I'm talking about. May 3rd from 12 to 3, the New Light Beulah Baptist Church Music and Media Ministries present the first annual Love and Light Community Fair. Featured on this program will be none other than Flossie, Boyd Johnson, and Favor. Also featured on the program, the Sonny Brown Experience. Also featured on the program, the Daniel Circle Choir, the New Light Beulah Baptist Church Male Choir, and others. This event will be hosted by none other than Todd Mickens. This is a free event, free to the community. Free food will be served while supplies last. Please come out to 1330 Congaree Road, Hopkins, South Carolina, at New Light Beulah Baptist Church for the Love Light Community Fair. All right, now also added to this program, and I believe I have the added to this, and I want to put up that flyer added to the program. It would be none other than it didn't show. Let me see. Maybe I need to remove. I want to give y'all some more singing real quick. So let me throw this at you. Y'all please enjoy yourself. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Don't you go nowhere. I said don't you go nowhere. I said don't you go nowhere.
South Carolina, are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the Mickens family! Y'all ready? Y'all know what time it is. Do what I want you to do. Come on. Get up out of the seats. Shout to you. Get up. Come on. Get up out of the seat. Come on now. Shout. 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 Get up out of your seat and shout to you. Feel that. Get up out of your seat and shout to you. Feel that. Wow! Y'all want to hear a little bit more of that? Let's go one more round. Tell your neighbor. Ain't no oh yeah. little bit of this song. Look at here. Woo! Time is winding up now. Start again, y'all. Keep on. Start one more time. Time is. Start again, boy. Time is. Are you ready to get your house in order? Y'all better get your house in order. You better get your house in order. You better get your house in order. You know why the time is winding up. Start again, y'all. Time is every day, every day. Time is every day of my life. Time is just a mothers. Tell your daughters. Tell your daughters. Fathers. Tell your sons. Preachers. Preachers. Tell your members. Tell your members. Don't let them catch you with your work undone. You know why? Time. Every day, y'all. Time is every day of my life. Time. Do you see the signs in the big tree, y'all? I know time is whirling. Time is getting closer, closer, closer. Every day, y'all. Time is. You better get your house in order. Y'all better be ready. Will you be ready? Will you be ready? Let me tell you, Jesus, He's coming back for a church without a spot or wrinkle. Will you? When He calls your name, one day, on that Jesus, gonna crack the sky. He's coming back for you. Let me ask you, Jamie, Jay, Chester, Cole, Mitch, Jeffrey, will y'all be ready when Jesus come back for His children?
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. We are back. We are back. Listen, thank y'all. First of all, like I said, that is my favorite song. That's my favorite song. One of my favorite songs by the listen, Reverend Mickens, the Travelers, them boys, Pop Mickens and the boys, Mickens Music, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, one of my favorite songs. Listen, guys, what's going on? Um, it's a beautiful Sunday morning. Of course, we're getting ready for our day. But I want to thank you all for who's already tuned in. You're already in here. Like I said, I've already said Dr. Teresa Brightman tuning in from Newark, New Jersey. Michael Spann from Atlanta. Lee Rhodes from Hopkins, South Carolina. Craig Stooks, my deacon my deacon, my brother Craig Stooks, been knowing him for a few years now. He always gives us a inspirational word or some type of scriptures that gives us time to think and meditate on these things. Kim Oliver, all right, God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. Um, and we got Danita Mickens. What's going on, Danita? How you doing? Rising. Right. Listen, and listen, I want to go back to talking about families again too, because man, I'm just realizing how big, now I know I have a big family, but I'm just realizing I have a ginormous family. And recently finding out, I think I talked about it last week, that even on my wife's side of the family, what from where my wife from in Mississippi, not directly in her particular area, but there are a set of Mickens down there that just had a family reunion, and we're in the process now of just kind of doing a little short dialogue, trying to figure out who's who, where's where everybody's from. But yeah, let me go. Let's listen. Craig Stoops has our inspirational word. Craig Stoops has our inspirational word for the day, and it is from 2 Corinthians 12:9 through 10. Verse 9 says, "But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's powers may rest on me. That is why, for Christ's sakes, I delight in weakness, in insults, in hardship, in persecution, in difficulties. For when I'm weak, then I am strong." Listen, man. Listen, Craig, you on one this morning. You on one this morning, D. This is good. This is good. First of all, His grace is sufficient. His grace is sufficient. It's sufficient for me. For my power is made perfect in weakness. Even in relationships, and I'm talking about relationships all the way from intimate relationships to friendships to job. You sometimes we don't want to show our vulnerability in things, and in those times of, if you show yourself strong all the time, somebody may be wanting to help you. Now, this may not be verbatim to what the scripture's talking about, because I like to do this as far as biblically and everyday lifestyle. But for my power is made perfect in weakness. In your time of not being on top, there is a higher power. Of course, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who can give us that strength, because as long as we think we got it all taken care of, we don't seek help or strength. We don't look for help and strength because we feel like but we got to understand that in our weakness, He is our strength. You are my strength, strength like no other. Wait a minute, guys. I gotta fix this background. Something ain't going. I don't like the way this look. Y'all give me 1 minute. Here we go. We're gonna try to tighten this up a little bit. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Not exactly where I want it, but let's see. Eh, eh. That's one more adjustment. One more adjustment, and we just gonna leave it right there. Yeah. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weakness. Listen, don't be ashamed of your weakness. We all, until you recognize your weakness, you never be able to get to the strength. I say that again. Until you recognize your weakness, you'll never be able to get to your strength. And y'all know I always like to parallel things are tied in to fitness. Um, you'll never know how strong you can get until you figure out how weak you are. Let me say that again. That'll preach. You never know how strong you can get until you realize how weak you are. And you need heavier, you need something that is stronger than you to make you stronger. Man, come on, man. Am I telling y'all some information here? You need something stronger than you, because the weights that you lift are literally stronger than you. The people that's helping you through training, your supervisor, your boss man, your husband, your wife, your spouse, your friend, your sister, your brother, who may be in a better situation than you are, how can they help you if they don't know? Come on, man. Listen, we on one today. I know it. We on one today. We on one today. Listen, that is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weakness, in insults, in hardship. Listen, we have to. Now, nobody telling you to stay in a weak situation. Nobody telling you to be weak. Nobody tell you to be sorry. But in your weak, listen, I delight in it because I know in my weakness, I got somebody who's going to help me out. Huh? I got something inside of me that no matter what my weakness got going on, the greater is he that is in me. I'm in here. We ain't going to church it this morning. Yeah, for when I am weak, then I am strong. Now, the thing about this, appreciate that, Brother Craig, too. When I am weak, then I am strong, which means simple. Again, I like to say you have to recognize your weakness. All right. We have to recognize you have to recognize your weakness in order to get to your strengths. Am I right about it? Am I right about Cheryl? What's going on this morning? Thank you. Listen, listen. That I always say, man, me and Cheryl, man, we've been rocking always since I saw her and her son Sonny Brown back at Spring Valley doing a play. We've been rocking now for many, many, many moons. She listen, you and this is another thing. Craig Craig said Craig said you preached today. Yeah, hey man, you giving a good word today. Listen, your your fear, and you know I've been talking about this. And I thank God, and this ain't getting too churchy, but I thank God that I have recognized that my failures has been fueled by my fears, because me as a person, I don't want to fail. I don't want to fail my home. And when I'm talking about home, I'm talking about marriage, daughter, son, grandson, anything, well, family, period. I'm just saying I don't want to fail the family, which is everything connected from my matter of fact, family members, period. But definitely my home. I don't want to fail. So there are things that you will choose not to even attempt to do. You would not go back to school. You would not try to go to get that certificate or degree or that trade because you are scared. You feel you are scared you won't have the money. You won't have the potential. You won't even try for the new position of the job because you really don't even think you qualified. Or you scared you're gonna get your feelings hurt. You scared. But listen, it's okay to fall. I'm listening in the past months or so, I've been realizing it's okay to fail. It's okay to fall as long as you don't stay in that situation. And the only way to learn, the only way to get better is to go through something. Now, everybody ain't gonna have the same type of failures, okay? And this I had to realize too, especially in fitness. You can't gauge your success or failures by somebody else's success or failures. Let me back up a little bit. Maybe that'll help me out. I got to get some proper adjustments going. I don't know what's going on with my lighting. Maybe that's it right there. Maybe okay. Here we go. That's better. All right. Yeah. 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 Listen, Cheryl Snell, C Snell Production. Tell me how many failed programs you had before you start having successful programs. Huh? Tell me how many failed. Tell me how many failed programs you had. Sure, let them know. Listen, listen. I don't feel no waste time. Come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy, but I don't believe he brought me this far to lead me. Nobody said the road would be easy. Matter of fact, Cheryl probably don't want to tell how many failed programs she had or been a part of, because it ain't that sweet. But I bet she's on the path now that she knows the right direction. She knows her advertising strategies. She knows who to book. She knows who to draw is. She knows the best location. She knows who to have on her team. She knows who's to use for advertising. Of course, she uses me, myself here, the early morning praise and Todd Mickens. Let's talk about it podcast. Yeah, and she knows there are strategic things that is lined up. My friend Francina, what is going on? Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to see you in. Michael Spoon. I mean, dog, I call him Michael Spoon. Michael J. Man, you definitely don't want to fail, but failure is matter of fact, speaking of fertilizer, I used to have the best yard in the neighborhood at one time. Now I used to have a 10-10. You know, people used to walk through the neighborhood and come look at. My wife can tell you, I ain't listen, my grass used to be about that high, waving, nice, thick and green, but I really didn't know what I was doing. But it wasn't until I messed around and failed in the proper treatment and the continuation of the yard. I failed in fertilizing properly. I failed in the watering properly, and then my yard went from sugar to dugger. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It went from sugar to dugger. My wife used to be proud to come in the yard, and then she started saying, "Babe, my wife got the hell hot. Listen, wait a minute. Let me take this time with the my wife has brought the hell hot coffee. This moment of Todd Mickens, let's talk about podcast is brought to you by Hell Hot Coffee. My wife has just bought it in. Y'all know what I got to do. I got to see if she's trying to burn me. Let's see. God damn. She trying to burn me, y'all. Thanks, sweetheart. Thank you. But yeah, my wife said, "Baby, you got a couple spots in the yard." I hadn't got so frustrated where I didn't even care no more. Then I started looking around. I was like, man, I used to have the best. So what I did, I started doing this and doing that, and I started using the proper My failure led to me wanting to dig into how can I bring my yard, how can I make my yard bounce back. Now I think there's one other yard I have seen, far as cosmetic wise, they got a little bit of landscaping thing going on. But as far as the healthiness of the grass, I got them. I'm back. I'm back, baby. I'm back. I'm back. I got it. Angela Daniels, what is going on? Thank you for tuning in to Todd Me. Let's talk about the podcast. Listen, everybody in here, if you haven't, type in where are you from? City and state that you're from. City and state. Kelvin Randolph, what's going on, man? What is going on? Craig Stoops said we all falls at times. The real question is, do you, Craig? You in the house now? Craig is an avid. I'm gonna say he's an avid gym goer. He's an avid gym goer. Y'all know Craig be on this live, and at some point in time, Craig said, "Gotta go." I, I'm pretty sure there have been time that Craig has failed and wanted to be what's the word I'm looking for? Consistent with his working out. But he has gotten up so many, he has pushed through so many times that it's become it's almost like second nature for Craig now. And for a lot of you, you have fallen, not that you failed in a bad way, but you already know. And listen, when you fall, there is even a technique to falling. But better yet, there's a technique of getting up. You remember the analysis I was using about the little bitty baby? When the baby started falling down, well, first they started rolling over and they realized, well, dang, I can roll. Then they mess around and realize, because babies be looking like fish out of water. They realize I can roll. I can move a little bit. First they start scooting, then they start crawling, then the knees start hurting. Then they want to stand up. Then they fall down. They like, eh. Then they looking around and they listen. Now they know that, okay, I can't stand up on my own. Let me grab onto somebody's leg. Let me grab onto the arm of the chair. When you fail or when you don't fully succeed in what you're trying to do, you learn how to, okay, I've been here before and I made it here, but I'm trying to get here. There's my process for getting back to where I need to be. Listen, maybe I don't need to go back the same way. I need to do something else. Because I've been here before. I done failed now. But that spot I'm trying to get at, I got to go above that. So I know how to get here. So in my failure, I'm learning. I'm going to do this, do that. I might need to skip that and do that boom, boom. Or I might need to add this and boom, boom, boom. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all better work with me in here. Work with this doggone light then went off. Y'all, excuse me, I got to Calvin Randolph, what's going on, man? Appreciate you. Y'all, I gotta turn this just like okay, there we go. Yeah, man, I appreciate you, Doc. Kelvin and Calvin, man, I appreciate what you're doing. And listen, I'm gonna give y'all an update on the stage. I'm gonna give y'all an update on the stage and the donation that was taken up. Yep. Um, and this is going back to oh, what the real question is, do you get back up? That's the question, you know. And we must be willing to share our failures with others. Because there's somebody who failed and they shame. And you could tell, hey, baby, ain't that wrong to be ashamed? I didn't fail. Matter of fact, sometimes you got to tell people how you think I got to my success. I failed at it. Let me move on. Cheryl Snell says, many failures. The very first one was a for the next few years, I had to depend on the door and get people paid. What she's talking about, the door, when you have a program, I'm just gonna throw this estimate out there. You know, to get you a building, to have a singing entertainment program, to get you a building, a good location, to get groups that people want to come see, sell food, whatever, to get a good sound person and all that. I'm gonna just throw this low number out there that it costs $3,000. Well, the mistake that a lot of promoters make or people make when they start getting groups, they start putting their friends or who they think it. Listen, and they realize nobody buying the tickets. You done got you a week out from the date, and now you owe 8 or 9 groups. I'm gonna just say low numbers. You owe 8 or 9 groups $500 a piece, but the tickets ain't selling. You got you got $1,000 in out of your own money that you probably invest into it. You probably only sold $700 worth of ticket, but you got 8 or 9 groups and you got to pay at least $500 to $600 or $700 a piece. And now you at the door hoping some people come in and help support. I've been to some of Cheryl programs like that. I listen. Matter of fact, Cheryl, I've had when I had my group, I've been a part of it. Listen, oh man, we gonna get such and such and such. Think it. Listen, such and such good is in your city, but there ain't nobody coming to pay $20 for a ticket. But I'm gonna tell you right now, and I don't know if Cheryl remember this, but I told her one day, I said, Cheryl, and I don't even know if she was shooting for that. Now, a lot of people would like to take credit for what people do. I ain't taking credit for what she's doing. I'm I'm thanking God that I was able to tell her. I said, sure, you're gonna be one of the biggest promoters on our side. And at first it was the South Carolina side, but then I told her she'll tell you, yeah. And then I said the East Coast, but then I even started telling her once she started growing and growing, I said, sure, you gonna be known nationally for being a promoter. But let me tell you what I saw through her progress of failure of promoting programs. I saw her drive in getting better. There is nobody who goes to more. Listen, she learned she has to do more personal in hand. I'm talking about Cheryl be in Alaska at 3 o'clock, Germany at 4 o'clock, China at 6:30, Antarctica at 7, all in one day, putting forth that effort. Y'all see, she said the very first one was a flop. That means it was terrible. For the next few years, she had to depend on the door to get people paid. And luckily, well, not lucky, there were people who understand the business because they failed before. Like, listen, Cheryl, we see what's going on. You got some people, no, it ain't even 10 people in the building, and they don't care. They still want their $7,000, before they get on stage. Yeah. Cherie Treadwell Rice. Good morning, Cherie. Did you tell me where you from? Cherie, where are you from? What city and state are you from, Cherie? Danita Mickens, another Mickens is in the building from Washington, D.C. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, there you go right there. Cherie Treadwell Rice is tuning in. That looked like, one of my coworkers I used to work with out at the steel plant. Angela Daniels from Columbia, South Carolina. Francina B. Wade from Malden, South Carolina. Craig Stoops says working out is like brushing your teeth, just something you got to do. I was telling somebody, man, that I asked them, they was like, yeah, man, working out, man, I just can't do this. I said, well, what's the first thing you do when you get up in the morning? They said, I pray. I said, and then after that, brush my teeth and get washed up. I said, why you do that? He said, I've been doing it. It's become a part of my everyday habit, my everyday life. I said, why? He said, because I started doing it, and that's all fitness or anything that leads to progression. You have to put that in you got to put that in your schedule. You got to put it in your way. Some things you need to get in your way. Man, my wife got this coffee hard as hell. Great. But yeah, some things you have to listen, some things are an obstacle that we don't want to go through. You got to go conquer that thing. Me and my listen, recently, I want to talk about this. Oh, this is gonna be something good. Let me come back to that. Let me come back to that. Thank you, Craig, for that. My brother, twin, Calvin, Randolph Calvin, thank y'all for your contribution towards this. I'm gonna get to the stage. I'm gonna tell y'all where we at with the stage in a little bit. Angela Daniels said, our lessons learned are a testimony. It's that you got to tell somebody else. Dang, Cheryl said at least 12,000. Listen, you talking about a person who started out putting on programs and probably getting favors. People, Cheryl, I come to you for little than that. You just give me a love offering. Let's just say when Cheryl first started out, she probably started averaging programs about $3,000 to $5,000. You talking about now, and I believe now she put it that the average budget, and I'm gonna say on the low end, is 12 grand. I can tell you now, with the stuff that Cheryl's doing and being involved in for her own, I can guarantee you $15,000 to $20,000 budget, and it's only gonna get bigger because people. Matter of fact, Cheryl has put herself in a position where people say, "God darn, you have a successful program," and see people be watching because people be pocket watching. Man, she had this group, that group. I know they cost. She can promote and put on a good program. That budget is at least. I'm gonna get her to promote my program. Now what she's doing, instead of her having to depend on her, I ain't gonna say her personal income, but she don't have to dig so much and sweat to make her. Now she is working and getting paid to get somebody else's program going. Y'all better work with me in here, man. You are a huge asset to CNL Production. I really listen. Thank you. And if it wasn't for you, and see, this is why it's good to have good connections. Because Cheryl Snell was the first person who put full trust in the early morning praise advertising program. And I'm talking about, I ain't talking about just asking me to put it on the show. I'm talking about really, listen, help push me. Because now other promoters, other people are not coming to the platform. Hey, could you advertise my show? Could you do this? And Shirley tell you, we got some of the best rates in town. If you got an event going on, especially if you in the Columbia, South Carolina area, anyway from 100 miles from Columbia, we got the matter of fact, even nationally, if you got some, I don't care where you at. Do you know an average of 3,000 to 5,000 people watch my show locally on TV? And that's just from what the and I ain't talking about the ones who got these what they call them things, them them hot boxes or them droid boxes where they stealing TV. Y'all know how we be stealing TV sometimes. But I'm talking about my show be overseas. People overseas see my show all the way up from Jersey down to Florida, across to the West Coast, California. Yeah. And it's because of now, mind you, because of Cheryl's hard work and dedication, she trusted my wife in the process of getting her stuff advertised. Now I've gotten work from the work that I've done for her. She's getting work for the work that she's done for herself. Listen, but it was a failing process. Oh, we asked a lot of people, hey yo, we can, nah, we don't, I don't want to use your platform. I don't think you're big enough. All of a sudden you see that Cheryl Snell project or that program being success. Hey man, I see you did it for Cheryl. What and listen, Cheryl, because I asked for advice about things when it comes to promoting and stuff, and Cheryl said, "Hey, matter of fact, this is one of the key words. Even my wife then told me this. But sometimes you don't hear the person that's next to you. Let me say that you don't hear the person that's next to you. Not that you ain't listening. It's just that the sound of their voice have become so natural that you don't even. Cheryl said, understand your value to the genre of music and to what you got going. She said people value what you got going on. They need your services. I was like, what? She said, yeah. She said, don't listen. You. They need your service. People need your services. You got not listen. This is not a bragging thing where yeah, people need. No, she said, listen. What you do, you put out good work. You and your wife are awesome. What you do, you first have to value you in order for other people to value you. If the person using you, and I'm talking about your service, they value your service more than you understand your value, you can be taken care of. You can be taken advantage of if you don't understand your value. Why I'm saying that? Because that's where you get your proper pricing, your proper charging. When you understand your value, you will take care of yourself better. Man, let me do a Dr. Reese coffee sip right here. Let me move on. Let me move on. Let me move on. Mary Hayward, good morning, my friend. Good morning. Good morning. Matter of fact, this week, I'm looking to run with y'all this week. I need to know the run schedule. Hit me in my inbox and let me know the run schedule. I want to run with y'all this week. My brother moved into my first home by the grace of God, September 14th, 2020. Congratulations, my brother. Congratulations, man. That's a blessing, man. Congratulations. And listen, he said, my first home by the grace of God, September 14th, this happened. Growing, I am growing up. Brother, and listen, in the midst of you transitioning to your new home and you were still able to be a blessing to this podcast and the TV show as well as to the stage donations, brother. I appreciate you. I love you. I love you. I appreciate you. Beth Carol Miller. I see you, Beth. I'm coming to your comment. Congrats to you. That's a blessing. Yeah, yeah, yep, yep. Sheriff said networking is major. Yes. You'll be surprised. You know what? Networking and your name. That's why you got to have, it's important to keep your name and your family's name or whatever organization you're a part of. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. There have been places I've gone. Like I say, people either recognize the way I look, whether it's from the TV show, or whether they remember singing with my dad, or whether they remember playing drums, or they know somebody on the Mickens side of the family. I've gotten places off of the honor and the word of the Mickens name. You better believe that. I done went places and I've used the name. Oh yeah, my brother Justin. Justin, your brother, yeah. Justin, Colton, James, and Rep, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I work with C Snell. You work with Snell? Yeah, yeah. I work with Snell. Yeah, yeah. I ain't care. Listen. I ain't care what y'all say. I'm using people's names that I have good relationships with anyway. But if you ain't got nothing else, you got to have honor and respect on your name, on your business. Good morning, South Jersey. I told y'all my platform reaches. We got two jerseys in the building right now. Right now. Demand. Listen, I got the demand right now. I thank God that I was able to work a deal out with a new brother um, by the strength of word of mouth. Yeah, by the strength of word of mouth, I was able to work out another advertising opportunity with a young man? By the strength of word of mouth. Tell y'all, man, the demand. But now, when you get the opportunity, you got to put in that work. I wish y'all could see how when my wife is putting the programs together or we going over the stuff, how I have to go in boss mode. And I don't mean like you do what I say, how, and it's like she get to working and I'm getting not that. Do this, do that right there. And we have to balance that husband and wife and boss to employee. That right. She's but no, I mean when she get to working, what about this? No, let's change it, do that. Most of the concepts, I think that she know me good enough now. By the time she showed me something, after I didn't give her a list to do that, how I say do it. First, I don't think she understood my thought process, but that came through the failures of not per se her faith, but her saying, "Well, how about this? I'm finished." I'm like, "No, that ain't what I want right there. Let's do that." Now it's almost like I'd be like, "Well, dang, okay, yeah." Yeah, let's just tweak this right here. And I ain't talking about me like doing all the fix. I'm just talking about me just giving her from my brain to her brain to the computer and then to y'all. Boom, bam, bam. Yep. Moretta say, "Hey there, bro, Mickey." Moretta, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing? Listen, where you from? City and state? Where you from there, Moretta? City and state there. Where you from? Beth, you ain't got to tell everybody she the boss. You ain't got to tell it now. You ain't got to tell it. Speaking of advertising, like I said, I do have people that are love the Todd Mickens podcast as well as love and support the early morning praise. And these is one of them right here. Discount Diaper World. Not that it does matter to some people. A brother by the name of Stephen. And I really do appreciate him for. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just no, I ain't gonna tell it yet. Well, yeah. Well, let me tell you something. When we do the negotiations for these things, and you set your price, and you come to an agreement, it's always a blessing when you come to an agreed price, and the person tells you, "Well, you know what? We've been working together for you know, I think it's about a year and a half or whatever." He said, "I think we need to now. I gave a. I think we need to give you this much, which was more than what I was asking for." I was like, dang. Now I didn't sell myself short. They just saw the value in what I was doing. Yeah, y'all better advertise on my show. Y'all better advertise on my show. I'm telling you right now. Listen, where it is. Hold up. I'm gonna pull it up. Uh, And these are the guys right here. Discount Diaper World, $12.99 for 50 pack, same day, free delivery, 2 pack sizes, new birth to 5. You can call that number right there. And I'm gonna give y'all I'm gonna play a commercial for them in a little bit, but where that? Right here. Advertise your church business events, church services, not just church business event. We have all type of stuff going on, right? All right. But let me right here.
And surrounding areas, have you heard about the great deal on the Cute Leaf diaper? For $12.99, you get 50 premium grade A diapers, sizes newborn to 5. And for just $78, you can get 300 in a case, all sizes. Now that's a deal. Go to your local Piggly Wiggly for purchase. It's available also online at discountdiaperworld.com or call the number on the screen for same-day free delivery.
Good brothers, man. Good brother. Good brother. That brother Vereen. He's one of the spokesperson for it. He does a awesome job. He does awesome. I forgot what is this right here. Gotta make sure I'm okay. That's the other one. Now what is this? Oh, here we go. Oh yeah. Let's get back to the comments. And Cheryl says, "Todd, you are a demand. I know it. You know it. And the people, yeah." And the thing is, now this is the fine line that you have to know how to balance, where you have demand, and you don't get the arrogance of the demand. You have to appreciate your demand. You can't be, hey, you need to use me, or either, because listen, there are different platforms all over the place, but you have to understand your demand, and you must supply good work. That's what, like I said, people see me up front. They think, Todd Mix, but I'm telling you, it's the behind. You got to have people on your team that understand. And listen, everybody on your staff needs to be valued. They need to have, and like I said, we're gonna open up soon to some introducing some other people into our staff. I want to make sure I got some things in order before we do it. But yeah. Thank you, Cheryl. Said you are a demand, and Cheryl, listen, Cheryl tell you she don't. Especially when it's come to something, I'll be like, hey, Cheryl, this is here happening. What do you? Because I have to use her expertisemanship, especially dealing with, you know, some of the major stuff with what I would say, the inner communications of the business that I might not be privy of. I'm up there, but I might not be privy of some of the. I just, hey, I got this here going on for this. There, what do you think about that? Is that yes, no? But matter of fact, listen, just hey, you in the make sure you, in other words, get what you need to get a good response, because every I've learned that everything that we put out, people are actually watching to see if it is working. When they get their flyers put on here, people looking to see if it's just. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start telling people when you go to these programs, tell them you seen it on the show and you get $2 off at the door. Then I'm gonna start telling people to do. Whereas I'm from Hemingway, but live in Columbia. Also a true fan of the Mickens. Seen my boys at Spirit Fest in Greenville, and we had a time. Yep. I seen some videos of it, man. I seen some videos of it. They always give a great show, and shout out to them with the new project Tell Jesus. That was, it was a pretty good one. Pretty good one. Bell said, have a great day, my friend. Got to make a phone call and then get on my Sunday Thunder workout with my E2M family. Love you, Beth. Appreciate you so very much. Uh, Beth, okay. Beth said, listen, this is my first. Somebody sent me some stars. Beth sent 99 stars. Beth, I appreciate that, Beth. All right. Beth sent me some stars. My first set of stars. Y'all sent me some stars. Listen, I want to talk about one thing. I'm going to play this weekend. I had to get rid of some things, and I want y'all to put this in your everyday life situation. Pastor Bass, what's going on, man? Appreciate you for tuning in. There are some things that's in our life that you have to get rid of. And I'm just gonna use this analogy with our home gym. Me and my wife working out in the home gym, got this item, that item, got everything that we need to have a successful full body workout. Whatever we need is in there. Then it comes to the point where we got so much stuff that we barely got, Then that's right. Thank you, Bear. Appreciate it so very much. Then it got to the point where, some of the stuff that you got and you have outgrown it. Not that it ain't no more good to you, but you personally have outgrown it. So you have to remove it and get something that is more advanced or more. Listen, everything in our lives now, everything that you buy nowadays is compact and does multiple jobs. So I had equipment that can do multiple jobs, but I still had equipment over here that could do the same job that this. So I had to clear out. I had to clean away some of the stuff and let it get into the hands of people that need it. So I said, man, that's a parallel to life. There are situations, and it ain't got to be bad because everything that you get rid of don't have to be bad. It's just that you don't need it anymore. You don't have that space. My wife can tell you, I do believe I've been doing a good job. I thrive on not because I used to want to argue about anything. It didn't matter. I'm talking about job, home, anything. I can argue just because it's just my right as a man, and I'm gonna be right about something. I had to start telling my daughter. I tell myself, listen, I don't waste your energy on conversations or arguments that's gonna go nowhere. So I've got rid of that habit of wanting to. I got to be right. Now, me and my wife got this thing where we got to have the last word. But it's funny to us now. When we first got married, when we first got married, now when we did have a little disagreement, we had to have the last word. I ain't care. I'm talking about we could be silent for 20 minutes, and one of us gonna say now. Look at you, got to have a word. You got to have the last word. All right, well, you need to be quiet. House be quiet for an hour. That's what I thought. What you mean? I mean, but now we do it more or less like a game. But yeah, you got to get rid of stuff, man. I got, especially being a truck driver, I didn't have patience, man. Things happen. I used to call my wife, yeah, man, the traffic with the people, man, I'm trying to get loaded, man, and they got me held up. And now I'm at the point where I got rid of that wanting to be, wanting to rush and get it done. Where I just take time and enjoy it. Well, there's a reason why I'm being held up 30 to 40 minutes because it could be an accident. I don't listen, negative energy, I don't even want it around me. But back to what I was saying, you got to get things, you have to realize there are some things in my life, in my situation, I just got to get away from. I got to get rid of it. And it could be friends, and it could be family members. And when I say family members or friends, I'm not talking about you disown them, but you got some friends and family members that you hang around that you're gonna end up doing something crazy. You just go, you're gonna eat something you ain't got no business eating. You're gonna drink something you ain't got no business drinking, or either you're gonna overeat, over drink, and you just know. You just know you get around certain people, it's almost like you can't control yourself. You just happy. You just having a good time. You forget about everything. Next thing you know, 4-5 hours that went by. Oh, I got to go home. Brother Stooks says, got to go keep preaching. Yes, sir, Doc. Thank you, man. Tell everybody at the Madison I said, hey. But yeah, listen, you got to get rid. 25 new comments. Look, what I done missed? 25 new comments. Let's see here. Okay, we got what's going on, King? Alonda Johnson, what's going on? TL Scott, what's going on? Dwayne, what's going on, my brother? Appreciate you, man. Yeah. It's just things that you got to eliminate. Let me pull out that. It's just things you got to eliminate out of your space. And back to the garage, I end up getting a new item that would have been that's a major contribution to what we need, and I was able to get rid of some things. I had to make space, and somebody else got the items. 3 different families got some of the items that we had, and we made an agreement. Boom, boom, boom. And listen, my wife walked in the garage. She said, "Ooh, Lord, look at this space." You don't realize how much clutter you got in your life until you get rid of some stuff that you just don't even clothes in the closet. I walk in my closet, and me and my wife, my daughter, we did this like 2, maybe 3 months ago. And I was telling everybody, go in the closet. If you ain't wearing it, put it in the bag. We're gonna take it to the Salvation Army or either find a family who can use it. And I still go in my closet. And do you know, I'm be like, as much of stuff as I done got rid of, I still got stuff I just don't use. I just Shirts hanging. I ain't wear the shirts in probably a year. But you know why? Because I always say, man, I barely buy clothes. Why you think I don't buy clothes? I want somebody to type it in there. I'm gonna get to these people here. But why y'all think I don't buy a lot of clothes? Morning, TL King. Somebody type in why I don't buy a lot of clothes. Come on. I'm gonna give y'all time. Why don't I buy a lot of clothes? And then we're gonna get to the donations and where we're standing at with the stage. Somebody tell me why I haven't bought any clothes in y'all taking too long. Let me play this commercial and then we'll get right back.
South Carolina, are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the Mickens family! Y'all ready? Y'all know what time it is. Do what I want you to do. Come on. Get up out of the seats. Shout to you. Better. Come on. Get up out of the seat. Come on now. Shout, shout, shout. Get up out of your seat and shout to you. Get up out of your seat and shout to you. Wow! Y'all want to hear a little bit more of that? Let's go one more round. Tell your neighbor, ain't no party.
All right. Let's see why don't I buy a lot of clothes? Myself and my wife. Matter of fact, TL says because of work. That's a good one. TL said I don't buy a lot of clothes because of work. Johnny says because you don't need a lot. All right, King. King said I don't need a lot. Cheryl, get out. Get out right now, Cheryl. Cheryl, get out. Get out, Cheryl. Cheryl said because you like that blue jacket. You know what? I got to MC a program today, and I was trying to find a way to wear that blue jacket. But no, that ain't it, Cheryl. Francine said, I already have too many in the process of donating some. Yeah, listen, Cheryl, you fired. Me and you good friends, but you fired. The reason why I don't buy a lot of clothes is because listen, you got to understand how the mind and your eyesight and reality connects. When I go into my closet, I don't see nothing but clothes. In my mind, I don't need. Now, listen, some of the stuff I'm telling you, I know I do not and won't wear. You don't add to because in your mind, in your conscience, you feel like you already got too much. Shoes, whatever. And I ain't talking about just my closet. I'm talking about even in the closet of life. Your closet is probably the same way. I guarantee you, everybody in this chat can go to their closet right now and you probably find 3 or 4 outfits you will not wear, but you ain't trying to give them away. You ain't trying to burn them. You holding on to some type of hope. I mean, the clothes even out of style. You holding on to something. Or either you just so used to having it. And plus I went to the, me and my wife, we went somewhere yesterday. And I ain't really too into the newer style stuff. I don't like no tight stuff. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I ain't in all that tight stuff. No. I ain't in all wearing them tight clothes. And, I'm a certain kind of man. I'm just, I ain't saying about nobody else. I'm just a certain way. I don't like that tight stuff. But yeah, you cannot bring in new things into your life because you don't even realize the clutter that you got in your life. A lot of people's excuses for fitness or getting healthy is everything else going around them. Well, I do this. Well, I like. You got to you got to make a personal sacrifice for yourself. I do a workout session with the senior citizens every Friday at 12 o'clock down at the St. John Holistic Center down in Hopkins. And when I first started and just started speaking to them in general about different stuff, and a lot of times you hear, but I. When you need to get rid of some things in your life, when you need to put the sodas down, it's but I. When you need to stop eating so much pork, but I. When you start need to eat so much fried food, but I. You need to get rid of but I. But I. That joke ain't no good. But I ain't no good. But I. Let me get to this right here. Yeah, sure. You fired, sure. Last week I told y'all I was in the process of getting a stage. We wanted to get a stage um for this event right here. I had to do a deposit on it. Deposit has already been made. Uh, and right now, let me see. We got. Let me get. You know what? Let me get my calculator. Mary Lynn, what's going on? How you doing? Let me get my calculator because we was shooting for the $800 goal, right? We were shooting for the $800 goal. Let me tell you where we at right now. Uh, and this is after the deposit. And I want to thank everybody who did contribute. Uh, After the deposit, all right, that's boom boom. Mm-hmm. Uh, that's boom boom. Uh, that's boom boom. These are all donations that have been sitting in so far. Uh, Boom boom. Uh, Boom boom. And boom boom. All right, right now, let's see. Right now, all we have left, ladies and gentlemen, to complete, and I want y'all to help me out. Our goal was 800, right? Our goal was 800. So let me do this. Let me do this right here. Hold up, hold up. Our goal was 800. Uh, Wait a minute. I didn't mess up something. Y'all work with me now. I'm about to get dun 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 dun. So far, we have raised $550. Listen, give yourself a round of applause, man. Listen, I reached out and you guys came through. I reached out and you guys. So far, we have raised uh 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 $450. So, what I'm asking y'all, let me see, let me make sure. I'm asking y'all to help me get this last $250. I'm asking you. The Bible says you have not because you ask not. I'm asking you to help me out. Now, this is going to be on the behalf of the Early Morning Praise as well as the Todd Mickens Podcast support team. All right. So we want you, there are ways to donate. We want to show you all those ways to donate, to contribute. And like I said, there are several people that donated that they didn't, well, I know they didn't say, well, hey, I want you to call out my name, and all that type of stuff. They didn't do that. Plus I personally thank them already. But if you want, because I don't mind doing that, because I believe giving honor and thanks well it's already due. Francine said, I already have 2 minutes. Oh, I already read that. Yeah, so guys, we raised pretty much right at what I had said, 550, something like that. But we got 260 to go, and we'll be in there. So if you can, if you will, please, ma'am, please, sir, the different ways of donating. And let me find another one that's a little right here. Through PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle, just type in Matthew Todd Mickens at yahoo.com, and you probably see Matthew Mickens pop up, or either at Todd Mickens 86. And just of course you got the Cash App, Early Morning Praise. Now, I thank y'all. I really do appreciate y'all. Everything is done. Deposit of the stage is on. I have to pay for the rest. The rest of the amount of the stage will be paid for upon arrival. And like I say, and there's some other costs along with the stage. I'm just asking for that particular amount. Everything else will be taken care of. That would help out tremendously. All right, the $800, but it's a nice stage. The stage is almost like a box truck, and it opens up and boom, 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 and the artists are protected from the elements of the sun and the rain if it rains. And and listen, I appreciate you guys. Hello, mother. I made it over. Hello, mother. Y'all, my mother's on here this morning. Mama, dedicating this one to my favorite girl. Mama, don't forget, tell Good Shepherd. Oh, and Good Shepherd Holiness Church has been a major contributor of the helping out for this community fair. That I want y'all to listen. If you in Columbia, South Carolina, or you can get to Columbia, South Carolina, or Hopkins, South Carolina next week, next Saturday, come out and get you some free food. We're gonna have Walgreens there doing blood pressure checks, along with Prisma Health House. We got the whether you believe in COVID-19 vaccination or whatever, they're gonna have COVID and flu testing and vaccination. Whether you believe in it or not, it's available for you to have, especially for the senior citizens. We're gonna have some good singing. Again, let me show the matter of fact, let me just play it. Let me just play it. 23rd from 12 to 3, the New Light Beulah Baptist Church Music and Media Ministries present the first annual Love and Light Community Fair. Featured on this program will be none other than Flossie, Boyd Johnson, and Favor. Also featured on the program, the Sonny Brown Experience. Now, remember, we added in the Anointed Angels, so they will be. I got that flyer already. Also featured on the program, the Daniel Circle Choir, the New Light Beulah Baptist Church Male Choir, and others. This event will be hosted by none other than Todd Mickens. This is a free event, free to the community. Free food will be served while supplies last. Please come out to 1330 Congaree Road, Hopkins, South Carolina, at New Life Bulow Baptist Church for the Love Light Community Fair. Yeah, man. Yeah. And we'd like to thank Sylvia Brown, the wife to Sonny Brown, for doing our flyer for us. Such speedy work. And again, guys, I appreciate y'all. Like I said, I was looking for I was asking for $800 for help from you guys. We are only $260 away from completing that goal, all thanks to y'all. Now, I'm not going to sit on here and please listen, because some of you are regular givers and donators to the show anyway. But I said anybody who gave anything from now till from last week till this upcoming Saturday, all of that would go towards the stage and the program. And whatever balance is remaining, my wife and I, Early Morning Praise, Todd Mickens Podcast, will cover the rest. Now, that don't mean some of y'all say, well, you got that 260. Like I said, there are some other costs incorporated with this. But I'm only asking for that particular well, you know what? Let's just say it's almost a cool $1,000. It's almost a cool $1,000, maybe even more than that. But me and my wife, we're going to handle on the behalf of the Early Morning Praise and the podcast. We're going to handle that. But we do appreciate and thank everyone that has given. And we ask that you today, if you can, dig deep. Let's close this thing out today. Let's dig deep down in your pocket and let us get this last $250 to help us get this thing. And listen, I thank and I appreciate y'all more and more. So now, listen, I want to do this. I want to this guy is going to be on the program. This is Cheryl Snell's son, Sonny Brown Experience. This is just a little snippet of what you're going to see if you come out and fellowship with us next weekend.
God is a way maker. Say, neighbor, God is a miracle worker. Say, neighbor, you ought to shout out for this one. Say, God is a promise keeper. Do y'all know his promises out there? No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Anybody know his promise? That he that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Do you know his promise? That he was wounded for your transgression, bruised for your iniquity. Y'all, can we have some church in here? Y'all stand on your feet and clap your hands. Come on. Come on and put your hands together, South Carolina. Come on, man. Y'all trying to fool me out there, but I know he's been good to you. Get on your feet out there, come on. I came to have a good time. Let the redeemer of the Lord say so. Anybody know who woke you up this morning? Come on and wave your hand out there, come on. Got a song that says these words. Y'all listen here. Every time that I need you, you are always there. No matter what your problem is, Lord, we're nowhere. I can call him in the morning, the noonday, or the evening time. Listen, I don't know what he is to you, church. He's a friend of mine. Let's have her. Lord, he's a way maker. He's a promise keeper. He keeps holding.
Jamie D, what's going on, Cuzzo? I see you. I see you in there, Jamie. Good morning.
Lord, you are always there. Yes, He is. No matter what your problem is.
THD, I see you in there, THD. What's going on?
In the morning, noonday, church on the evening time. Y'all have to say, I don't know what He is to you, but He's a friend of mine. Lord, 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 He's a way maker, miracle worker. He's a promise keeper. He keeps on. The Lord is a miracle worker. He's a promise keeper. He keeps on. Anybody here know the Lord is a way maker? Wave your hand. He's a way maker, a miracle worker. He's a promise keeper. I ain't got long. Hey, He's a way maker. Stay right there. He's a way maker. Do you know the Lord can make a way out of no way? Do you know the Lord can lift your burden? Do you know the Lord can heal your heart? Do you know the Lord can make a way? He said, behold, I'll do a new thing. Have you not heard? I'll put a river in your desert. I'll make a way in your wilderness. You will have somebody in their way. There's no exit. Lord will make a way. Hey, He's a miracle. Let's make the devil laugh. Put your hands in. He's a miracle. A miracle. He'll heal your body. He'll turn your situation. He'll turn it around. The Lord will. He'll make a way in your darkest hour. He'll make a way out of no way. Not only that, not only that, not only that, not only that, He's a promise. A promise. A promise. He promised. He'll never leave you, nor forsake you. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, 'cause I got somebody.
All right, Sonny, that's enough. That's enough, Sonny. That's enough, Sonny. Sonny, pull it in. Pull it in, Sonny. That's Cheryl Snell's son. He don't listen. He don't listen. DDK, what is going on? What is going on, DDK? Listen, guys. Again, this is the program. Get it. All right. Yeah, we don't want nothing. Uh DDK say morning. Hey, DDK, where you listen? Jamie D, DDK, where city and state you're calling in from? I already know where Jamie D calling from. If you're still on here, city and state that you're calling from. And again, guys, thank you from the early morning praise and the Todd Mickens podcast. Told y'all I was getting the stage on the behalf of the early morning. That is my contribution to the program that we are having. Um, um, next Saturday at the hour of 12 to 3. Um, my contribution from my company, from my two companies. Hey, from my two companies, Early Morning Praise TV broadcast, by the way, which comes on every Saturday, Sunday morning at the time of 6:30, locally on WKTCV CW Network, channel 63.1, channel 63 on Direct TV, channel 4 on Spectrum. Every Saturday morning, we bring you the best. Y'all remember when? Y'all remember when what that man name was? Pastor Curry used to be on there praying about 3 o'clock in the morning. Cause God, listen, we bring you the best in gospel music every Sunday morning, and we advertise your programs and your events. All right. On behalf of the show and on behalf of the podcast, me, my wife have took the task on of donating the stage to the cause, and I asked you guys to help me with this cause, and the cause was that I asked for was $800 because whatever was left over, me and my wife, we're gonna take care of it. Okay, so far you guys have helped us raise 500, right at like 560, but I like using 550. We have a remaining balance of 260, but I like to say 250. Y'all help me, help me, help me lift them up. Y'all remember that song? Help me lift them up. Help me lift them up. DDK, I need you to help me lift them up. Help me lift, help me if you can, ma'am and sir. But it would be going towards a good community event. Like I said, Walgreens would be there with the flu and COVID vaccination, well, testing and vaccination. Whatever you believe about the COVID-19, that's between you and the good Lord. Some people believe it's a hoax. So I don't know. But if you want to get tested or you don't want to get tested, it's gonna be a blood pressure testing. We bet some of y'all know y'all need to check it, especially you come out there trying to eat 5 or 6 ribs. You need to get your blood pressure checked. Yep, you need to get your blood pressure checked. Yep. Prisma Health will be out there. All right, y'all. We got listen. This is the first annual Love and Light Community Fair at New Light Bulow Baptist Church, 1330 Congress Road, Hopkins, South Carolina, 29061. Come on out and celebrate uh, with us. And again, help me reach this goal of 260, guys. Help me reach this goal of 260. And yes, myself and my wife, um, contributions definitely would be whatever. Now we've already contributed. Like I said, there are some other expenses that come along with it. We are handling that part, but I'm asking to help me finish up these this last $250, if you will, if you can, please, ma'am, and please, sir. But listen, let's get back. I want to because I gotta get ready to go to church in a little bit. I know y'all got to go to church too. Y'all need to go to church. But yeah, Sonny Brown is going to be there. Flossie Boy Johnson is going to be there. Um, the Anointed Angels are going to be there. New Light Bulow Baptist Church Mayor, of course, will be opening it up, followed by Daniel Circle Choir, followed by Mount Moriah Male Chorus. And then from there, whoo, I don't know what we going to do. Good God, cause Lord, what we got. Listen, I'm about to show y'all this again. If you ain't never seen these excuse me, y'all wasn't supposed to hear all that. Yeah. But yeah, let me go back to that But I appreciate y'all. But listen, we getting ready to get on up out of here. Um, trying to see if I want to show y'all one more something here. One more something, and then we can get out of here. Uh, yeah, yeah. No, I think that's it. I think I've covered pretty much everything. Listen, if you have any questions or concerns about the donations, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and say, listen, give me this list. If you have any questions or concern, and even because I believe in uh being a trustworthy, and I want y'all to trust me. And the Cali Farm, what's going on there, family? What's going on, Auntie? I want y'all to know that whatever y'all doing is going to it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna go live when the stage comes there, so y'all can see that. Because which which I understand. People, so many people use and abuse the donation thing, and people can't really trust you. You give money and they don't do what they're supposed to do with it. Because now let me tell you this, I even have a backup stage in case something had happened to that one. Because nowadays you always got to have two sources or two things. You got to have a backup plan, right? Got to have a backup plan. So and the other thing is, I just want to see y'all there. Y'all just help me spread the word. Anything I missed? Did I miss anything? Anybody got anything that they just want to add? Like I said, contribute, help out. Oh, and I'm gonna throw this out there. I don't know where you at, what city you in, but I know at least in a 50-mile radius, I would say loosely, if you need uh, sound systems for an event inside or out, listen, contact me. I have the perfect guy. The perfect guy. Got the best prices in town. Don't don't just go from the first. Listen, I have the perfect guy. He will be doing sound for this event. I got the perfect guy for you. All right, the perfect guy. If you need a sound equipment for an event or anything, and soon, ladies and gentlemen, if you having a wedding, a banquet, or some type of get together, and you need a music DJ setup, I will be available for that personally. Yep, I'm broadening, I'm adventuring out, guys, and I want y'all to listen. I ain't ready yet, but I'm putting it out there. When you need something, you need some music at your house, you have a little get together, something, you just don't call Tyrone. Don't you call him. I want y'all to call me. Hit my phone and book me. Carrie Mickens, where you calling from? I mean, where you tuning in from, Carrie Mickens? And yeah, let me know. Cause I'm telling you now, it's a lot of us. Carrie, you done tune in. I need to know where you from. I see you. I see you, Carrie. Carrie, right there. I see you. Where you from? Where you from? Carrie, where is you from? And I want listen, shout out again to Francina B. Way, who has, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and I want to say this, my as far as from the day that we met and she knew that I had a TV show, um, there has been some others, but I ain't gonna say she promised to vouch, but she made it her duty. She dedicated being a monthly contributor from day one. From day one, she said, "Hey, I did radio. I know the struggles. I know you. I know you." Because see, a lot of times people don't understand when you have these platforms, and I know especially for radio stations and radio time. A lot of times those, unless you working for the radio stations, a lot of the times you coming out of your own pockets for a lot of stuff. Yeah, and yeah, I deal in TV. I listen. I'm gonna tell y'all. Some of y'all may, oh, well, he on TV, yeah, and it costs. It costs to do this. Yeah, I remember when we first started, and my wife said, "Well, we got to do this. We had to, everything is a, Everything is a free trial. You know what I'm saying? Everything we were doing, she was setting up. It was a free trial, and you get almost to the end, and you end up having to pay something. And then if you use the cheap stuff, you got cheap results. Well, my wife from the jump, she was like, "Yo, we need to get this." And even now, we're in the process of possibly. I want to step it up a notch. I'm going to step it up a notch, and you guys just better look out. Look out. So listen, this is gonna be my last call. It's a 8:35 at the moment. And remember what we talked about today, man. Uh, uh, in your weakness, realize your strength. Especially for those of you who just strictly churchy. Listen, God, listen. Matter of fact, let's just go back to that scripture. I'm gonna go back there, right here. All right. Okay. Listen, I'm just gonna concentrate on this last part. Well, let me read it. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Woo! Now I can stop right there. For my power is made perfect in weakness. Okay. And you, my brothers and sisters, we have weak moments in time. Okay. Now, and I'm gonna go down to the now listen, for my power is made perfect in weakness, and I'm gonna go to the last sentence. For when I am weak, then I am strong. Because in your weakness, you are relying on God. Now, like I said, in our everyday situations, we have nobody want to be vulnerable, but in order for you to get help, you have to show some vulnerability. It's not a weakness per se. I mean, listen, when you trying to go for the jobs or you having struggles, people can't help you unless they know you need help, right? People can't help you unless they know that you need help. And we also talk about clearing out clutter in your life. Clearing out clutter in your life. I use a demonstration of me and my wife have a home gym. We try to get stuff in the home gym so we don't have to go out to no public gym. Of course, we are in the E2M program, but we want to make sure that we don't have to go nowhere except home, because you can always have an excuse not to go somewhere, but you got to come home. So, but we got some items that was beneficiary to our fitness journey, and we had to get rid of some stuff it was still beneficiary to us, but we didn't need it no more. So we had to clear space. We had to get things out of our garage. We had to get things out of our life. Like I said, when you get things out of your life, what's going on in my brother Justin Gilmore? When you get things out of your life, that doesn't mean it's bad. Everything that you remove out of your space, it ain't. See, when we say you need to remove things, all we go straight for the oh, it's sin. It must be. Listen, everything you need to get out of your life ain't bad. There's some good things that in your space that's compact. You just need to get rid of it, because you need to open up room for other things to come in. A closed hand or a closed mouth can't get fed. How can you receive anything if you holding on to every single thing that you have? There's some things we have to let go. Like I talked about the closet. Go in your closet right now. I guarantee you 3 to 4 outfits. And maybe I'm gonna do this. I may do a clothing drive. How about this, guys? Let's do a clothing drive on the behalf of the early morning praise as well as the Todd Mickens. Let's talk about it podcast. We're gonna do a clothing drive. I don't know where we're gonna meet at. I know all of us don't live in the same area, but one day in particular, we just gonna choose a day. We're gonna pick a date, and everybody, you're gonna go in your closet. You ain't got to clean the closet out, because I know it's kind of hard for some people. You're gonna take 3 to 4 outfits, items, or whatever, and you're gonna donate them to a shelter, or either the Salvation Army or the Goodwill. Let's do that. Let's do that. We're gonna have National Donation Day, And listen, if it's something that you ain't gonna wear because it's dirty rag, throw it away. Don't be getting nobody no raggedy stuff. If you ain't gonna wear it, don't wear what they need it. What listen, you don't want to wear it, don't you get it nobody. You know if that stuff dirty or ain't no good, throw it away. Some of y'all ladies got some good dresses in there that you can't wear no more. Whether you gain weight or lost weight, you can't wear it no more. Some of us men, we got some suits, whether we gained weight or lost weight, you can't wear them no more. I ain't care what you paid for them 3 or 4 years ago. Yep. Yep. Appreciate you again, brother. Again, before we go, this gonna be my last. I'm gonna play this commercial one more time. Let y'all know I want y'all to come out to this free event, and I thank y'all for donating towards the stage for this event. That's gonna be next Saturday. Free food, free good entertainment. Bring your lawn chairs, bring your coolers, and just come and enjoy yourself. 23rd from 12 to 3, the New Light Beulah Baptist Church Music and Media Ministries present the first annual Love and Light Community Fair. Featured on this program will be none other than Flossie, Boyd Johnson, and Favor. Also featured on the program, the Sonny Brown Experience. Also featured on the program, the Daniel Circle Choir, the New Light Beulah Baptist Church Male Choir, and others. This event will be hosted by none other than Todd Mickens. This is a free event, free to the community. Free food will be served while supplies last. Please come out to 1330 Congaree Road, Hopkins, South Carolina, at New Light Beulah Baptist Church for the Love Light Community Fair. All right. And remember, we added on there to the program, and I'm going to show y'all the flyer, the updated flyer. We just didn't, it didn't really make sense to do another commercial voice wise, but we want to update the flyer. And being a part of what we got going on. So again, I appreciate y'all. My last right here. I want to thank y'all for tuning in via Facebook, YouTube, and on your local TV stations. WKTCV channel 63, where we reach 3 to 5,000 people every Sunday morning. Let me take this off because I see this. Let me take that out of there. Okay, yep. I thank and I appreciate y'all. And remember my folks at Discount Diaper World. They got to listen. All y'all know somebody got some babies. Tell them about Discount Diaper World. All right. Tell them about Discount Diaper World. Please tell them about Discount Diaper World. If you want to be a contributor or donate towards God, anything that's come through any one of the banking mobile app platforms is going towards the stage. Even if you annotate on there, it's going toward. I'm just being honest with you because I want you to know where your money going. Even if you put on there, this is going towards your ministry. Well, my ministry, our platform is going to donate. We're going to put all the funds towards the stage. So please give, please ma'am, please sir, Cash App Early Morning Praise. If you have any questions or concerns about your donation, hit me in my inbox and we can talk. You can also donate through PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, and just use Matthew Todd Mickens. And if you get there and you're not sure, you might see because everybody so used to calling me Todd that when they see Matthew Mickens, they get confused. You're either gonna see Matthew Mickens and using my email address, and you might see at Todd Mickens on there as well. So again, I am just so happy that I am a part of you guys, and you guys are a part of me. But I think y'all know what time it is. I think you know the sound of that right there. Come on, guys. Oh. Go ahead and leave. Y'all, it's time to get out of here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Everybody go to church and or at least go online. All right? Shout out my pastor, the Reverend Dr. Sonny Bridges. Sonny Bridges, we love you. Thank you. Bethlehem Missionary Baptist Church over down in Conway. Appreciate you. Evangelist Janet Bridges, we love you down there. Thank you. Appreciate you. Francine, I love you. Love you, girl. Yeah, I can play with Francine. I can't call everybody girl. Yeah, I love you, girl. Thank you, Francine. Appreciate you so very much, man. Thank you to Hell Hot Coffee. My wife, got the hottest coffee. Shout out to Eastdale Productions, always a supporter. Shout out to Calvin and Calvin. Double Trouble. Appreciate the donations and contributions. What we got going on. Yeah. I'm just go back and call all y'all. Dr. Teresa Brightman, thank you. All the way from Newark, New Jersey. Michael Stan from Atlanta. Lee Rose, Craig from Columbia. Kim Oliver from North. Danita Pickens from Washington. Where you from? Yeah, Washington, D.C. Danita from Washington. Angela Daniels from Columbia. Francina B. Wade. Hey, girl, I love you. From Malden, South Carolina. Calvin Randolph. I don't know where them go. Calvin and Calvin. I know I just thinking I love you for appreciate. I appreciate you for the support. So we, Howard, if you're still on here, let me know where y'all running at this weekend, because it's going down. Beth Kara, I know where you are, Beth. South Jersey. Thank you, Beth. I appreciate it. Loretta Abrams, where you from? Where you from? You never told me where you from, but you tell me where you from. Hemingway, but she lives in Columbia, South Carolina. Pastor Bass, I don't remember where you're from, man, but I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. TL, I know where you're from. You from right out of the muddy, right out of the grass, barbed wire field. Hopkins, South Carolina. Thank you for tuning in, my good brother. Johnny King, you right up the road, brother. Columbia, Hopkins, South Carolina. I appreciate you all. I love you all. DDK, Columbia, South Carolina. Miss Palmer, Wendy, Sumter, South Carolina. Thank you for tuning in. Justin Gilmore, I don't know where you're from, but I appreciate you. I know where you're going. You're going up, you're going out, and you're going higher. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. It's kind of hard business. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for donating. Remember, I love you, and it ain't nothing you and do about it. One love.
Mistreated, talked about, my soul, say yeah.